Hello and welcome back to another Rocket League replay analysis. In today's video, we will be discussing two of the worst feelings in all of Rocket League, being low on boost and being out of position. In actuality, if you fix one of these things, you can very easily fix the other. So today, we'll be helping a champ Rocket League player rank up by teaching him how he can improve his positioning through boost pathing. And real quick, before we do get started, if you guys are interested in having one of your own replays analyzed, make sure you check out my Discord, which is linked down in the description, as I do offer free coaching through there. Be careful on your rotations here. So you land here. Your teammate has this ball. This is his. We want to make sure that we stay pretty spaced out here because we don't want to crowd onto the same side of the field as our teammate overly often. Because the closer, again, we get over there, if anything goes to the other side, now we have to cover back across. So right here, you land. You can either just take these small pads down the middle of the field as you go. Or one of my favorite lines, and I'll show this in Fly, is, so from right here, I probably would not go that way. I would grab this pad here, and then turn, get this pad here, and then drive straight. And if you look down this line, you can see there's an awful lot of pads kind of offset from each other. If you just go straight here, you don't have to be right on top of the pads, but if you just go straight right here, you'll get all of these. Boom. So there's like 60 boost on this line if you go the whole way. But the other reason taking this pad path is so good is, so let's watch what happens in Fly here. So you're going this way. You know, you'd get this one, you'd still be driving, you'd come over here, you'd probably be here, I don't know, right around now maybe. You're still going. You see he has an awkward ball. Okay, we're still going. Like now, you're in a position where if you need to cut over, you can do so with momentum. And you're not trying to cover, you know, what's right in front of you. But it's better to be away from your teammate as opposed to this awkward situation where you're both, you know, in the same spot because you went for that corner boost and are now right in the direction of where the play is coming. As opposed to just taking these and being able at a moment's notice to turn. And this is often what I say when I talk about corner boost, is if you are committing for this, it probably means that you're not looking for these on your way, which means until you get here, you are not going to feel comfortable turning or doing anything else. If you take the pads though, at any point along the line that you're taking, you can make a split-second decision to turn immediately or keep going back. This gives us options, which is what we want, because we want to be able to react to what's going on with the ball, as opposed to committing to this, and again, just hoping that the ball doesn't end up in a dangerous spot before we get it.
Yeah, it's every boost pad.
Yep.
And yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is where pad pathing will come in handy. So what I want to instill in you is these are a luxury. They are not a necessity. So when you land here, our immediate goal should be to get as many pads as we can while keeping ourselves in a position to be involved in the play. The reason these big boosts are so far to the outside of the field is so that you have to put in effort to go get them. They are not sensible to go collect in normal rotation unless you're like rotating back wide. Then that's fine. But in this instance, we're like starting to go back and we have no idea what's happening here, right? Like our teammate could win this ball, like anything could happen. But instead of like just trying to stay close to this so that we could support our teammate, we go all the way over there. When instead we could have just gone here, here. And again, this gives us options here. And now we could have taken this one, this one, this one, free ball. Completely free. Corner boost is there for us too. Free control up the wall. We're chilling. But instead, zero boost still. Your immediate goal, and what I want you to train yourself to do, immediate goal when you land, do not look for the big boost. It is not worth it. Take whatever pads you can find, stay in your rotation. So here's another big question. How much boost do you need to have in your tank to feel comfortable making any play that involves at least one touch on the ball?
Personally, at least 50.
I want you to train yourself to be comfortable with 36. If you need to make any singular touch on the ball, 36 boost will be enough for you to do whatever you need to do. Thus why small pads are so important, because you have 32 here. I wouldn't have even driven back up this wall, because I can already see this guy here, like he already has you clean beat. So right here, like you come across, you kind of block your teammate, that's fine. You come this way, which is fine because you're applying pressure, that's all well and good. You land pointing down. there is no reason to turn back up this wall. He already is going to have you beat. He probably already sees that you're pointed down. Yeah, he's not worried about you at all. Because he can immediately see that there is no way you're beating him to this ball. So with that in mind, you land here. If you had just, from this spot, gone... Maybe you would have beaten him to that, maybe not, but you would have at least gotten this one, or you would have gotten a bump. You know, you would be here, you could take these mid pads now. Your teammate's turning, so you probably would have identified that. But now, like, it's over your teammate, you would be right here. Free ball. Bang. Possession. Still good. That guy's out of the play. Instead, I think you might be noticing a trend about why the positioning might be subpar, and it's just because you're not looking for the small pads, you're autopiloting the big boost. It's just not a skill that you really develop because when you're lower ranks, you don't need it. Because everyone's going to the corner boosts. No one's taking the pads. So, like, it's like, oh, okay, none of us really have to worry about the small pads because we're all doing the same thing. That's where, like, the bad habits develop, though. And then as you get to the higher ranks and players start to learn not to do that, now anyone who's working off the small pads is going to beat you hardcore to every single ball because you're going so far out of the play to get boost while they're staying in the play with the small pads. That's a bit lucky. Did they score here? Yes. Yeah. So this comes down to, again, just recognizing the position we're in. So, juicy ball, admittedly. 100%, I can get behind that. I probably would jump for this quite often as well. This is the joy of replay. And this is when, again, we just gotta look. That guy's in the air. He's jumped already. You're beat. Just because of where the ball is, it's pretty even between us. So you jump late here, which means you're just trying desperately to get a block. And then because your teammate's going to the corner, now you're last back, so when you don't get a challenge that drops anywhere overly difficult for them to play, it just functions as a pass, and your teammate's now in a horrible spot. So be careful with these. This is something that I see a lot, is just being overly aggressive with our jumps. Sometimes a ball looks juicy, and you just have to recognize, like, yeah, do you have a scoring opportunity here? Maybe. Like, this guy's in a decent defensive spot. Like, if he stays on the ground and you shoot, he might save it. You know, it's possible. But also, if you look at the position your teammate's in, 0 boost, off his wheels, near the opponent's backboard. So at that point, unless we have the most obvious free ball on the face of the planet, and it's a free goal, free shot, free everything, we want to be very careful about whether we go or not. Because the second we decide to commit, unless we win that ball cleanly and put it somewhere where they can't follow it up, all we're doing is creating a 1v1 against our teammate. Or even worse, a 1v0, depending on how long it takes them to get back. But if you see your teammate awkwardly recovering out of your opponent's half, it is best to play safe. Go for a fake, maybe. Drive challenge, try to get them to get rid of the ball. Just look to buy as much time as possible until you can get your defense reset and you can challenge with both of you. Because that's the way to play effective defense in twos. It is to have one player go force the ball off of the guy controlling it on the other team, and have the second player there to take control on the loose ball. If you try to challenge one person at a time like this, it ends in situations where we're getting counterattacked, and our teammate is in a world of trouble. Good control here, like this. Sure, this isn't bad. Okay. The one thing I'm going to stress to you, do not try to overutilize any kind of higher level mechanics. Oftentimes, your best play is going to be the one that just keeps your car behind the ball and forces a 50-50 with this guy. Because right here, what we're going to see is that you go for this shot. We got this guy who is full boost just waiting, right? Like, look at how far away you are from the net. You would have to send this ball on target at like 80 miles an hour. And even then, you have another guy coming back as well. So they're pretty well set on defense. So when you go for touches like this, oftentimes all you're doing is forcing something you don't need to and handing the ball directly to your opponents, which is exactly what happens here. And he even recognizes that you're off and takes control. Instead, if you had just recognized, hey, I didn't get the best first touch off the wall, which I think you recognized, like you're like, that's not great. So when you recognize this touch, the best thing you can do is not try to make up for something that's not great, right? Like pros, obviously they can get a subpar first touch and then do like some crazy thing where they make up for it and then they're still scoring and it's ridiculous. For us normal people, we recognize a bad touch. The best bet, just utilize your boost, stay behind this ball, Just float with it, you know, chilling. Force the 50 with this guy. Because this keeps us in charge of the play. He's in a really awkward spot trying to take this 50, and we are still in control of what's going on. The second we make a touch like this, we've now relinquished control, and again, with where we're landing, you make a fairly quick recovery, but we're still in a 2v1 situation against our teammate. Yeah, bump play, yeah, and this is exactly what's created because we gave up possession rather than playing the 50. So yeah,
once again, didn't utilize the small pads.
Yeah, instead of right here, like going here is fine. Here, just because look at how much boost I don't know if this is accurate. This might be scuffed because of replay bugs with boost. No, this is real. You have 50 boost. Yeah, you had 50 just right here.
I'm getting 100 if I use that path. I'm getting 100.
Oh yeah, 100%. And it keeps you closer. So if your teammate does get 50 or does get beat, you're here to be able to jump on it quickly. As opposed to this, like this isn't horrible, right? Like you're still in net. But the problem is there's a little bit more space now between where the ball was and where you are, which means if he had nailed this bump, you're so far wide that I don't know if you'd be able to get back. It'd be really close, but also because of the space, he could have gotten this bump, seen you weren't here, immediately. He would have had the time to react to where you were and cut it. If you were instead here, now he can't really turn fast enough to see you, and as soon as that demo happens, you would have been able to go fast. All right, so this is one where I think we might go a little bit far back. So first of all, be careful about how you use your flips. So you land here. The last thing you're gonna see, right, is that touch. I don't know about you, but the only thing that touch tells me is that my teammate probably has the ball. Because that touch was absolutely nothing. It just went sideways. But instead of just, you know, being here and looking for the closest paths that you can take, which, in fairness, these are gone, which is kind of rough. But you could, you know, grab this one and then maybe this one as you're kind of waiting. So if you grab these two and then saw the control, you could turn this way, grab this, maybe grab this, and now you'd be in mid to support with like 40 some boost. You could just chill here. Ball drops down. Hey, look.
That's a free shot.
Yep. All because of small pad rotations and awareness because you turned ball cam off, so you had no idea what was happening. You had no idea if your teammate had control, if it was getting cleared back to you. Which is also bad because if you had ball cam off and your opponents had won it, the ball could have just been going into your net, and you would have had no clue because you were looking for a boost. So yeah, again, that's just small pads. It makes a huge difference. As you guys can see, we've covered a lot of very simple yet extremely effective topics in today's video. These are simple changes that you can make to your game right now, which will have drastic impacts on the quality of your gameplay over time. At the end of the day, just remember that Rocket League is a game where the winner is determined by who makes the better decision. If you're able to be the smartest player on the field, you will often find yourself coming out on top. Of course, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who made it to this point in the video, and I do hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, make sure you click that subscribe button right down below so you make sure you don't miss any future Rocket League content. Additionally, if you'd like to be a bit more involved in the community we're building here, feel free to join my Discord, which I'll have linked down in the description. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.